Hello gamers, and welcome back to another Cairn solo miniature delve here on Solo Spelunking. This will be part 2 of this little scenario called Village of the Dead. Alright, so we basically jump right back into the action. So in the last episode, our intrepid heroes, the human rogue Reo and the elven warrior, the female warrior Lynn, they managed to defeat and kill a necromancer and his undead minions, who supposedly was responsible for undead activity taking place in the village of Olport, a small village half a day's travel away from Waterdeep, and they were on a commission from the city guard. So they fought a pretty hard battle and managed to defeat the necromancer. However, Lynn was pretty hurt. She was wounded, and so after a couple of vampire spawns came out of the foggy mist, they decided to retreat back to Waterdeep to report on their findings, but they vowed to come back to clear the village of the remaining undead, hoping that now that the necromancer is dead, the necrotic energy that has consumed this village will slowly fade away so that the village can be rebuilt. All right, so for defeating the necromancer, they each got 100 gold coins from the town guard, and they did spend some money to buy some potions. So I ruled that one healing potion is 150 gold, so not that cheap. And Lynn, she bought 2 healing potions for 300 gold, leaving her with 250 gold in her pouch. Of course, she's not carrying around 250 coins. It's like gemstones and rings and stuff. So she's pretty loaded. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of her 10 gear slots filled. 2 of them filled by potions. And also Reo, he bought 1 potion and a healing potion. To consume it or to drink it, it is an action, and it restores all your hit protection and also regenerates 1d3 points of strength should you have taken strength damage. And since it's a healing potion, the effect is there even though if there are monsters on the map. So if you want to take a short rest and drink from your water skin, you need an empty board. Basically, you can't rest if monsters are present, but you can always drink a healing potion because it's magical and gain the beneficial effects. Alright, so they rested up. Lynn had her wounds tended to, and the next day, after a good night's sleep and a nice meal, they embarked on their quest to clear the village of Olport from the remaining undead. So the remaining undead are hiding behind these remaining encounter tokens. The yellow tokens are treasure tokens, and we just continue. And there are no monsters on the map at the moment, and I will just move up the street pretty slow. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So basically I can only, it is enough if I move only 1 square to trigger this encounter, and not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and not the other one here. We slowly walk along the main road. The village is still shrouded in a foggy mist, however it slowly dissipates. So it seems like killing the necromancer has indeed caused the necrotic energy to slowly diminish. but one of the unlucky adventurers that was sent here before us is still lying dead on the main road. And let's see what we encounter. Six. A carrion crawler. Alrighty. So a carrion crawler, I think I don't. Yeah, that was another one I didn't have in plastic. It is a standee. I'm looking for it right now. Where is it? Where's my carrion crawler? All right, so just say that this I can't find it right now, but just say that this centipede here is a carrion crawler. It looks pretty similar. This is a giant centipede from I don't know what the set is. The set icon is a torch, and it's a common miniature. So this is now a carrion crawler, which is attracted by the smell of rotting flesh emanating from this dead adventurer left to rot in the middle of the street. And this carrion crawler appears out of the mist. All right, so the carrion crawler is pretty tough because it's got a tough chitin hide. So it's got a damage reduction or armor value of 2. And it's got a multi-attack ability. So I'm rolling attacks with a d8 and a d6 and keeping the highest one for damage. And it's got the spider climb ability, which means it ignores difficult terrain and can climb up walls and ceilings and stuff. But there's no difficult terrain here. So we will see if our heroes are able to seize the initiative. So we do dexterity checks or saves. Lynn first. Her dexterity is 13. And she makes it with a 5. And now Reo, he's got a dexterity of 12. 18. Of course, he doesn't make it. All right, so now I got the same problem. I don't have any ranged weapons, and well, Lynn can act, but if I move too close, I will trigger another encounter token. And yeah, so let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't even attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can't end my move here because this one is occupied. So I can't get close enough to attack. I would need to take a double move, and I don't want that. So Lynn will just slowly assume a combat somewhat defensive stance and just slowly approach. No, she will just stay put to cause or to force the creature to take a double move. All right, so now it's the carrion crawler's turn, and it is an insect. It's not really intelligent. It just moves forward to attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and one move is not enough, so he takes, as his action, takes another move and just moves up to the heroes. All right, so now both heroes can act, and the carrion crawler is conveniently located within our melee range. So we both attack. We use the higher damage die. It is 5, reduced by his armor or damage reduction value of 2, means 3 points of hit protection damage. This carrion crawler, however, is pretty tough. He's got a hit protection of 10. So now he took 3 points of hit protection. And now it's the carrion crawler's turn. and he will use his multi-attack to focus on Reo, using a D8 and a D6. Where's my enemy D6? Here. Six and 4, so 6 is used. Rio's got an armor value of 1, so he takes 5 points of hit protection damage, bringing him down to 2 hit protection from his initial 7. Alright, so now it's our turn again. Double attack or team attack. 8 points of damage, yes. Subtracted or reduced by 2 means 6 points left. So he's got 9 points of hit protection damage, but he's still got 1 point of hit protection left and is attacking Reo, who's down to 2 hit protection. So that's a new situation for Reo. Usually Lynn always gets attacked, but this guy, this creature, it's stupid and it just goes for the closest foe, which is Reo. But but 4 points of hit protection damage. I'm using the 5. So Reo actually is already down to 0 hit protection, and he's got 2 points of damage left over. So his strength is reduced to 10, and he needs to make a save versus critical damage. That was quick. Come on, Reo. And he fails. So Reo is taking critical damage and severely wounded as the sharp pincers of the creature pierce his flesh, almost gutting him. He goes down, presses his hand against his gaping wound, and it's the hero's turn. So Reo is out of the picture. He can basically just crawl and cling to life. So now it is up to Lynn to save the day. So she will first attack with her action. And I decide not to use his fate point for a reason, because she will administer his potion now. But first I need to get rid of the carrion crawler, which I'm confident I'm able to. 3, which is reduced by 2 to 1, which takes his last point of hit protection, but fails to cause any critical damage and fails to trigger a save, therefore. So now the carrion crawler gets another attack. 3 and 6. We used the 6, which is reduced by 3 to 3, bringing Lynn to 5 points of hit protection. Now I gotta really get rid of this guy. Alright, so Lynn is retaliating with her elegant elven blade. 2 points of damage, which is reduced to 0. So she fails to penetrate his tough chitin hide. God damn it. Alright. And the carrion crawler with his multi-attack ability. 8 points of damage. So that's 5 points. That takes Lynn's hit protection to 0, but she's still in the game. No, I got it. Alright, so Lynn attacks. Please now. Oh no! two points again, which means no damage because of the damage reduction. Oh no, and now she's at 0 hit protection. I was thinking that I might use the potion, but I was actually, not confident, but I had pretty good odds. God damn it. All right, so yeah. No sense complaining about it now. Carrion Crawler still up on his feet, undamaged so far. And 8 points, reduced by 3, takes her to 10 strength. 5 points remaining, and now she needs to make a save. Oh, come on. Ah, yes. Thank God she makes it. 8. All right. So now it's pretty obvious. It's Lynn's turn. She consumes her potion, one of her potions, which immediately restores her hit protection to 8. And she regains 1d3 points of strength damage or strength points. Yes, 3. So she's back to 13 strength and full hit protection. However, that was her action, so she can't attack, but she's got a good chance of surviving now this next multi-attack from the Carrion Crawler. Yes, 5 reduced by 3, that's only 2, so she's at 6 hit protection, and now she gets to go and attacks the Carrion Crawler. Oh, yes, 4 reduced by 2, that's 2, so the Carrion Crawler takes 2 points of real damage, basically 2 points, so red dice are real damage, and he gotta make a save versus 7. So strength 7 remaining. Oh, and he passes with a 3. So even though he is damaged, so Lynn manages to thrust her elegant elven sword into this disgusting insectoid body, and a sticky green ooze is coming out of the body. However, the creature is still alive and kicking, and now in a frenzy, and attacks, counterattacks for 8 points of damage. So Lynn is already down to 1 hit protection, and now she really needs to cause some damage. Come on! Yes, so that's only 4, but that's 2 more points of real damage. So he's got 4 points of damage from his initial strength of 9, leaving him at 5 and triggering a critical damage save. Or leaving it. Yes, 15. He failed, or it failed. So this creature turns on its back, and its tiny legs are moving in a spastical manner, and then it dies. Alright, so that was Lynn's action, the attack. She still got her move, but she needs an action to administer a potion to Reo, and she can take a move now, an action, because she already did. So we are at the end of the round. I'm not triggering any tokens, and I also don't have enemies on the map, which means a random or wandering monster roll is called for. If I roll a 1, a wandering monster appears, and I really hope I don't roll a 1. Alright, so wish me luck. Yes, a 6. All right. So now Lynn takes her action and administers a potion to Reo, which immediately revives him. So his hit protection is back to 7. And of course, she uses Reo's potion. So Reo's potion is gone, and Lynn already used one of her potions as well. Alright, so Reo is back to 7 hit protection, but he also regains 1d3 points of strength. Yes, 5, which means 3, so he only got strength 12, so he's back at full health. So he recovered, and yeah, of course he thanks Lynn, but now Lynn does not have an action left, but Reo does because he just recovered. So now he will help her. I mean, he will support her and help her and administer a zip of water out of his water skin with his action. So I cross off 1 use of water skin to Lynn, which at least brings her back to her full hit protection. And now this round is over. Both of my heroes took their action. I can actually still move because she used her action to administer a potion to him. He used his action to administer water to her, and now we can still move because I do want to move because I want to trigger a token to not fight unnecessary battles by wasting my energy with wandering monsters that don't bring me closer to my goal, which is of course to clear out all of these encounter tokens. So we still can move 8 squares, and I am targeting this token right here. So let's move Lynn so that she does trigger this encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That should be enough if she's here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, and this is definitely within line of sight. So, and no other encounters. This is pretty far away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. So Lynn moves up to here with her action. She's got 8 squares of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Reo, we want to get into a flanking position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is actually blocked. Yeah, but I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I'm here, if I'm here, I'm still out of range from this token. Let's see if I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. Yes, all right. So we're still far enough away so as our move in this round, we slowly approach this ruined building, triggering this encounter token. So let's see what awaits us. Alright, so first encounter, and I already used 2 of my magical healing potions and 1 zip of water. So this is actually pretty tough. 12. Oh, now I'm lucky because 12 is possibly the quest encounter, but I already encountered the quest encounter in part 1. So the necromancer is dead. So I'm actually giving myself a break and treating the 12 as no encounter. So this token is resolved and there's no encounter. So now I do not roll for a wandering monster because I did resolve a token. So I only roll if I didn't resolve a token and there are no monsters. But I did resolve a token. I was lucky, no monsters. So now a new round starts and I get a move and an action. So now we will set our sights onto this encounter here. All right, so let's see, are there any other tokens I have to be aware of? So this one here is not having any line of sight to us because of the structure. And this one here, from this corner, let's take this from this corner, actually. Yeah, but I should be fine if I am from this corner. This is blocked by this wall, so if I'm like in this area here, I should be fine. And here also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all right. So we will move 8 squares. Reo 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He will move up to here. And Lynn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 follows. Alrighty, so now we're out of sight from this token. And we are too far away from this token. Yep, and we're out of sight from this token, so we only trigger this token. So at the end of the round, we both used our move. We will not take an action because we don't need to. We're actually now in pretty good shape. We will trigger this encounter and roll 1d12. Ooh, the skeletal cyclops. Damn. All right. So the skeletal cyclops, the masterpiece of the necromancer. So from around this corner, a large bony shape appears and moves through the mist, and we are not sure what exactly it is. It is all pretty foggy, but as the shape comes closer and the fog clears, we are in shock as we realize that the necromancer was able to animate the dead bones of a huge cyclops or large cyclops, and this is what we are facing now. So little close up here. So this is a skeletal cyclops, an uncommon miniature from the DDM3 miniature set, and yeah, I think it is pretty neat. And this is what we are encountering. And now I forgot where it was, but I think it was here. Yeah. All right. This skeletal cyclops, on my encounter table here, I made a note that this can only appear once. So this is somewhat of a unique encounter. Of course, it is pretty tough. It's got 8 points of hit protection, 15 strength with a damage reduction, however, of only 1. But it also attacks twice with its fists. So it's got huge bony fists that can smash living flesh. And it attacks with a D10 and a D6. And the highest value is used. All right, so now we basically have to seize the initiative, otherwise it could be pretty bad for us. So Lynn is making her dexterity save. And she makes it with a 4. And now Reo Got dexterity of 12. Ah, and he, of course, fails miserably with a 20. So he is still in shock because of this huge creature. But Lynn, as a trained warrior with nerves of steel, she, of course, is quick on her feet and does not need to think a lot to. But now I gotta once again be careful that I not by accident trigger another encounter at the end of the round by moving too close. But I think if she moves up to here, she should be safe. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. So Lynn is, of course, aware of her surroundings and knows that she's in a very dangerous and unfriendly environment. So she just is cautiously and moves 1, 2, 3 squares up to here. And now she's adjacent and uses her elegant elven blade to strike at the creature. 8, yes, reduced by 1. Damage reduction is 7. So that's 7 points of hit protection damage from his 8. So still there's hit protection left, but not much. However, this creature has strength 15. So even though if I would deal critical damage, it's not necessarily a guarantee that the creature goes down. And now it's the creature's turn. Yeah, Reo, of course, can't act. And he will not move because I do use opportunity attacks. So if this creature would move out of a threatened square, Lynn would get an opportunity attack. But he also does not need to move because his 2 powerful fists are just trying to crush Lynn's skull. So she's attacking her with both his attacks and d10 plus d6 points of damage. So Lynn, she already raises her shield to brace for the impact. And not a minute or a second too late, 7 points of damage, reduced by 3. So 4 points of hit protection damage. She's got 8. So now she is down to 4 points of hit protection. So she bends her knee under the brute force of this assault. But she hangs on. Now the hero's turn. Reo can act this round. And if he moves 1, 2, 3, he is still... Let's see... still out of line of sight, I would say, or do I actually from this corner? Nah, I think it's a corner case, but I from just looking at it, I think he will be safe standing here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So Reo moves. Lynn keeps her position. Now we both attack as our action, so we roll both d8 and keep the highest one. Ugh. 1 and 2. You gotta be kidding me. I'm rolling 2d8 and the highest damage I roll is 2, which is reduced by the damage reduction of 1 to 1, which means that this is the last point of hit protection, but still no critical damage. And now it is the Cyclops' turn. All right, so I'm not sure if he's actually intelligent or not. Should he continue to focus on Lynn or... So I think I will roll a d3. 1, 2, 3. I'm attacking Lynn. 4, 5, 6. Reo. Oh, it's Reo this time. Oh, okay. So this creature shifts its attention to Reo, who just stabbed at it and attacks and tries to again rip his arms out of their sockets with his mighty bone claws. Let's see, d6 plus d10, yeah. But I'm lucky, 1 and 5, so 5 is used, reduced by 1 to 4. However, still Reo only's got 3 points of hit protection left. But that was the creature's turn, and it is out of hit protection. So now we both attack using our elegant rapier and elven blade. Seven points, reduced by 1 to 6, which means 6 points of real damage from its initial strength of 15. So it takes him down to 9 and forces a critical damage save. And he makes it with a 3. So even though we managed to splinter some bones and to cut off chunks, this creature goes down onto one knee because we already took part of his foot off, but it's still alive and kicking. And I'm rolling a d3, a d6 again. 1, 2, 3, Lynn. Otherwise, Reo. Lynn. That's actually, I think, better because of her higher armor value. And, oh no, it's a 10. It's a 10. Minus armor is 7. So Lynn has 4 hit protection, so she's at 0 hit protection and takes 3 points remaining strength damage. So she's at strength 10, and this of course triggers a critical damage save. So Lynn grits her teeth and clings to life. Yes, a 4. She makes it. Die, you unholy aberration, monstrosity, whatever. Alright, Lynn, we can take it, Reo says. And it's the hero's turn, and they attack. Yes, for 7 points, which is reduced by 1, 6, so that is 12 points of actual damage. Damn. Lost the die. Here it is. So 12 points. So 3 points remaining and critical damage save. And he doesn't, or it doesn't make it. All right, so the creature is shattered and crumbles into a pile of bone. Whew. So that was our action. We still have our move left, and we should definitely take a short rest. So I think we are pretty safe here. I already determined this, so we will not move further. We will stay where we are to take a short rest. Bad thing is, taking a zip out of the water skin is an action, and we already used our action this round. So end of round, no enemies and also no tokens triggered, which means Wandering Monster, 1 in 6 chance, please. No Wandering Monster, please. A 1. Damn. Alright, so we were just about to get our water skins out, but no time to waste, no time to rest. No, we just gotta take a potion then, I guess. Let's see what appears. 3. Oh, the vampire spawns. 2 vampire spawns. Ugh. Okay. 2 vampire spawns. Those are these guys here. So they're from the Death Knell set. Uncommon miniatures. Not actually that nice looking. I don't really like them, actually, I gotta admit. But it's what it is. And yeah, wandering monsters, they will appear 30 feet away, around a corner, out of line of sight someplace. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 squares. So that's 30 feet. So they just come into view from around this corner here. All right, so we were just about to open our water skins. As Reo says, Lynn, movement there. And I mean, these vampire spawns, they're not really intelligent, higher level vampires. They're basically vampire minions, so they're also not very intelligent, but they are vampires. So they have a special ability. They got 5 hit protection, not that much, 10 strength, and they deal 1d6 points of damage plus drain, which means if they deal actual damage, actual strength damage, they will recover 1 point of strength damage should they have lost a point for every point they deal damage. And yeah, so we gotta see who can act first and who can seize the initiative. So Lynn is making her dexterity save. Yes, 13. I think she's got 13. Yeah, she makes it. And Reo? Yes, he also makes it. So we are actually able to both act. Alright, so I think we retreat 8 squares and use our action to basically drink a potion. So because if I retreat 8 squares, but it's not. But they will have to take a double move to base us, and then they can't attack us right away. So let's retreat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Lynn retreats 8. Yep. And Reo, he follows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 40 feet. So this was our move. Thank God we already cleared this area, and now for our action we have to, even though I don't want to. Oh, I just see Reo already used his potion because it was administered to him. But Lynn, she still has 1 magic potion, so she drinks her second potion, which immediately restores her to 8 hit protection, and she gets to roll 1d3 to recover strength damage. Please. Ah, 1, of course. So she's back at strength 11. And Reo, he's got 3 points of hit protection left and 12 strength. but he still has his fate point. I have a feeling that he might need it. Alright, so that was our turn. Now the monsters. They can also move 8 squares or take a double move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They base us, but this is what I actually was hoping for. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They base us, but now it's our turn again, and we can attack. And as always, the question, gang up or split the attacks. Usually it's not a good idea to split attacks, so we will both gang up on this vampire spawn, meaning 2d8. 7, yes, 7. Alright, the vampire spawn, they do not have a damage reduction because they're not wearing any armor. So that is 7, so that's 5 and 2 points of strength damage. So this dude is already at and already took 2 points of strength damage and needs to pass a critical damage save. I'll move this up here so that you can see. 6. Yeah, he makes it. Alright, a 6. So, yeah, because they have strength 10. So he's still in the fight, and this was our turn. And now it's the vampire spawn's turn. And they will not gang up. Everybody will attack a hero. So this spawn will attack Lynn. However, she is at 8 hit protection because she used her last, or her potion. Yeah, her last potion. She had 2 potions. Of course, he rolls a 6, so this is reduced by 3. Still, Lynn takes 3 points of damage, bringing her down to 5 points of hit protection. So she keeps his fangs at bay by getting her shield in the way between her throat and his fangs. And now the other one is attacking Reo. The other one's still undamaged. 2. Reo has 1 armor, meaning he takes 1 point of damage, so he's still got 2 hit protection left. So he makes a sidestep and manages to dodge the attempt of the spawn to grab him. Alright. So now I'm confident now. We do not split. We do split our attacks. Lynn will attack her spawn with 1d8. Yes, 5 points. He has no damage reduction, no armor, so he's at 7 points of real damage, critical damage, strength damage, whatever you want to call it, wounded, and needs to make a save. He's reduced to strength 3 and he fails. So Lynn knocks him in the face with her shield. She makes a shield bash, and while he's distracted, with one fluid, swift motion with her elegant blade, decapitates him. And he is out. So now it's Reo. Reo is attacking his spawn, also with his rapier, also dealing 1d8 points of damage. 7. That's good, because no armor, so that his hit protection is down to 0 and 2 points of strength damage. So he's at strength 8, 2 points of strength damage, and the save is triggered. and he fails. All right, so Reo, he makes a short kick against the kneecap of the spawn, and as he lunges forward, he thrusts his rapier into his throat, and then pulling to the side and the other side to also decapitate him. This is rated R, by the way. This video, no. Yeah, so they're both dead, and so these were our actions. We could still move, but we don't want to move because what I actually am hoping for is that no wandering monster appears, so that Reo can take a zip out of his water skin to recover his hit protection. So we were about to rest before those spawns appeared, so we still need to rest. So now we see if we can take a breather. No enemies, no tokens. Means wandering monster roll. Please, please, please. Yes. Lucky me. Alright, so for our action, Lynn is taking a zip out of her water skin and is back at 8 hit protection, and Reo is taking his second zip out of his water skin and is back to 7 hit protection, but his water skin is 2/3 empty. So that was our action, and now we still have our move left. So now we are rested, so now we want to continue to trigger tokens so that we can complete our goal. So we will focus on this token here. So let's see if we can reach it. We also got to be careful not to trigger also this token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we can't actually stand right in front of the door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so if we are in front of the door, we will also trigger this token, because trigger distance is 10 squares and definitely line of sight. Let's see, can we get with our move? We only got 8 squares of movement. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, double move. I don't can't take a double move because I've already taken my action. So, well, what the hell? Then we will just trigger this one. The important thing is that we trigger a token to not cause another wandering monster roll. Yeah, so let's see if we count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 here, but then also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This will also trigger this one. Okay, so it seems like if we want to trigger only one, we gotta somehow trigger this one. However, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. However, I can not move into a position with my 8 squares that I have left because I've already taken my action, drinking water. I can't move far enough to trigger this token. And if I don't trigger a token, I will have to make a wandering monster roll. So, wait a minute. I mean, this is a crumbled wall, so there's line of sight here. Maybe I can, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, all right. So we will just go for this token here because how I am playing it, if a building is the roof is not transparent, you can't enter this building. I just say it is basically collapsed, and of course you can enter these buildings, and this building is partially collapsed, which means I can enter this part of the building, but this part basically is collapsed. So but you can also trace line of sight through these crumbled walls, because there's actually not a wall here, only the grid line. Okay, so that's a possibility. We will just do that. So we will trigger this token here. This token is completely boxed in. The entrance is over here, so no danger from this token. So let's do that. Let's go down here. So Reo goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Zack. And Lynn follows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I move her here. Alrighty, so we approach this half-crumbled building to search it, to see if there's any threats looming in this building or hiding in this building, and indeed we do trigger this token. But we are well rested. Nine. Oh, this is actually pretty fitting. It is a dire bed. Actually, it's 2 dire beds. The dire bed encounter is 2 dire beds. So we scared off a pair of huge, giant dire beds. These are the dire beds. They are uncommon miniatures from, I think, the Underdark set. And yeah, these are the dire beds. So yeah, let's just place them here and here. Actually, I don't really like large minis. They're pretty inconvenient to move. Yeah, dire beds, they're not really special. They got 6 hit protection, 6 strength, deal 1d6 damage, but they do have the flight ability, which means they ignore all characters while moving, so no attacks of opportunity. They ignore difficult terrain. They can freely move through characters because they ignore them. However, they can't end their move in an occupied square still. Alright, now we need to see if we can seize the initiative and act before the creatures attack. Reo? No, of course not. 17. Lynn? 11. Yeah, of course. Lynn, I mean, she is a warrior. She's a fighter. Actually, what is there a female word for warrior? Is it warrioress or fightress or what? I don't know. In German it would be, so she would be a Kämpferin and not a Kämpfer, but I'm not sure in English. Alright, anyways, please let me know in the comments. No, I can actually look it up in the dictionary, but I don't think there is. So she is a tough fighter. She's got her wits about her and her nerves. So she will just, yeah, charge forward and attack. So this tree trunk is actually in this spot right here. So those branches are not really blocking movement because they're like above her. So she can just go 1, 2, 3. And use her elegant elven blade to strike at the creature. Yeah, 5. And there's no damage reduction. However, 6 points of hit protection. So this dire bed still has 1 point of hit protection left, and it took 5 points of hit protection damage. Now it is the creature's turn. So this dire bed will just stay put and try to bite Lynn. And let's see, because this is Cairn, if I want to attack with this dire bed, I would have to move it first. Yeah, alright, so this isn't... So because they do have flight, they do ignore all forms of difficult terrain and characters, so I don't need to count squares now, I guess. I mean, he should be able to, with his 8 squares of movement, to fly over here. and now they are both ganging up on Lynn, which means I roll 2d6 and take the higher one. 5, reduced by 3 to 2, so Lynn is at 6 hit protection. And now it's the hero's turn, and both heroes can act. So we decide to focus on the wounded one. And, or should we? I mean, actually, no, I'm taking a chance here. I'm taking a chance. I will split by attacks. Lynn will attack this bat with her elegant elven blade. So Lynn first. Yes, 7. So that is the final point of hit protection. And then 6 points of damage remaining. And it's only got a strength of 6. So she completely shreds the creature with one swift stroke, as Tarkin would say. Alright, so now Reo is... he is adjacent because this is a large figure, so he does not move, but he is already adjacent, so he attacks this dire bat. So we are fighting here in enclosed quarters. Yes, 7, which takes off all his 6 points of hit protection and 1 point of real damage, causing a critical, or triggering a critical damage save. And the creature fails. So Reo, he elegantly lunges forward with his rapier and from down below pierces the creature's belly. And it drops dead, flapping its leathery wings one last time. Alright, so those were our actions. No hero moved yet, so we can move. And we should move, because if we don't move, we will trigger a wandering monster roll. However, I fear again that we are not able to move someplace to trigger an encounter. So, all right. So let's press on and move into this direction with our remaining movement. So this is difficult terrain because it's all crumbled in. So Lynn moves 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and Reo follows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so this is the end of the round. We took our actions and attacked. We took our movement, and now no monsters, no token is triggered. So once again, it is time to see if a wandering monster appears. Hopefully not. However, we are still in good shape. No, it doesn't. A 3. Ha. Yes. All right. So actually this is pretty good, because if I am here, I'm not triggering this one, but this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got some wiggle room here to move around and fight. Just gotta pay attention that I don't accidentally trigger this one. I'm ruling that this well is not blocking line of sight. It is too low. But if you move through the well, this will be difficult terrain, meaning every square counts as 2 squares. But here the thing is, no, I gotta move, up to here so that Reo can also close the distance. But now I gotta see if I am here, this corner from that corner. Actually, it's a very tight corner case. Very tight corner case. I'm not sure. But I think it nicks that wall. I'm ruling no line of sight. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's check again. 7. This corner from this corner. You know what? I don't want to make it too easy. It is a corner case. I will let the die of fate decide. 1, 2, 3. It's bad for me. And 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all right. So it is a corner case, but I rule, or the die of fate decided that this little wall here blocks line of sight because the line nicks the corner. So she can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So now Reo can move up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so that we could both fight whatever is here. All right, a little OOC now. Yeah, I keep rambling on, or at least in the last video, how actually I do really like this mechanic that you don't roll to hit, you always roll for damage, which means every combat round basically changes the situation. But I also like it because what I'm realizing now is that this is also a battle of attrition. And even though I would really like to pick up these treasure tokens, at the moment, for me right now, they're not really a priority because I'm low on resources. I've used my potions, and yeah, I don't have that many zips of water left, and there's also the risk of a wandering monster appearing. So actually I think this is pretty fast paced. I actually do not really want right now to pick up these treasure tokens because I don't want to risk encountering wandering monsters that just deplete my resources before I can complete my goal. Maybe if I complete my goal, I will try to pick up 1 or 2, but that means I would roll a wandering monster check at the end of every round because there are no tokens left and no monsters left. So I'm not really sure if I want to do that. And because this is part 2, I mean on part 1 I didn't give myself an XP yet. So actually maybe I just focus on completing the scenario and retreating and rather have an XP instead of dying because I want to grab the treasure. And I probably would not do it if there were also 2 hit rolls. And I mean, if you know the stats of your enemies and you know your stats, armor class, you can sort of gauge the probability, how dangerous it is. And if you roll to hit, you got 2 variables. You can hit, but then you can also roll low for damage, or you got hit and roll high for damage, but here you only got 1 variable. You know it is always going to, every attack will cause damage, and the question only is it a lot of damage or not that much damage, or if you're very, very lucky, no damage because of armor, but there's always something happening every combat round. And I really do like this fast-paced play, actually. So that's just some OOC philosophical rambling from me. So let's get back to business. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we trigger this one, of course. This is why we moved there. So let's see what happens. Nine is the dire bats again. All right, I'm not going to re-roll this because if I would roll them again, I would probably re-roll, but I mean 2 times in a row, that's all right. So from underneath this roof here, this half collapsed roof, there was also a pair of dire bats nesting there, and as we approached, they swooped down from the roof and want to attack us. And we once again have to see if we can seize the initiative. Lynn is always going to, I roll first for Lynn, she does, and Reo. 17, of course, he does not. I mean, why is he even here? No, he's got his uses, but yeah, I actually do like scoundrels and rogues, but yeah, never mind. So she seizes the initiative. Let's see, if I move up to here, do I trigger this token over there? One, so I'm here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ha! No, I don't. Barely not. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so it's barely out of the trigger distance, out of line of sight. So I can actually do that. So she will move up and charge, hoping to take out the first creature with one swift stroke. Not so swift. 3 points of damage. No damage reduction for the bats, but 6 hit protection. So the first bat got 3 points of hit protection damage. And yeah, now it's the monster's turn. Alright, so they gang up on Lynn. 2d6. So this is what I'm talking about. I mean, she will probably definitely take some form of damage. Yeah, 6 reduced by 3 is 3. So now her hit protection is down to 3. And you really gotta watch that hit protection. I mean, critical damage, and it can be over quick. So now both of the monsters acted. Now both heroes can act. So Reo will move up. And since this creature already or still has hit protection, we will gang up. Let's check just, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. All right. So gang up time. We both attack this wound. It's not really wounded because hit protection means you are not hit yet. That's why it's called hit protection. You basically dodge and evade. It's either some form of endurance or vitality. So we gang up and 7. 7 is good. 3 points of hit protection left. 4 points damage left over, and Direbet 6 points of strength. So 2 points of strength left. 4 points of strength damage. Where's my red d6? My red d6. My red d6. The big one. All right. Here it is. All right. So 4 points of damage and a critical damage save is triggered. And it failed because they only have a strength of 6 and 2, so this creature is dead. Alright, so that's the heroes, but this creature still alive, stays put, attacks Lynn. For 5, reduced by 3, 2 points. So Lynn is at 1 point of hit protection. Alright, hero's turn. So Reo, I gotta be careful. He can't attack from where he's at. If I move 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm not sure if I actually trigger this token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, I will trigger this token. However, maybe it's not such a bad thing because I move over here. I mean, it's our turn, hero's turn. We can both act. I move over here, we gang up. I assume and hope we kill it with 2d8 points. Also 2d8 taking the highest one. And then this encounter is triggered. If we don't kill it, it is triggered at the end anyways, but maybe we do have one round before whatever appears here reaches us. So otherwise I could not attack, because from here I can't attack, and if I move closer I will trigger it. And we do need to take it out because Lynn is in not such a good shape, speaking of critical damage, so I will just... But otherwise she actually needs a sip of water, and I can't drink water if enemies are present. So should we just... So mental note, I do need ranged weapons, and drinking water is actually, I think, more important. We could swap places, but then... Nah, alright, so Reo stays put because I hope that we can survive another round without a wandering monster, so that we can take a sip of water to regenerate our hit protection. And Lynn, she will attack. Yes, 8 points. So that is all 6 points of hit protection gone, 2 points of strength damage, triggering a critical... 2 points of strength damage, triggering a critical damage save. Versus, it's only got strength 6, so versus 4. Yes, it fails. Alright, so lucky us, Lynn kills the creature. That was her action. Alright, so actually that was her action. Reo didn't take an action, he just stayed put, but... Alright, so maybe this is a little bit... I wouldn't call it cheating, it's a little rules flexibility. So he will use his action to help Lynn, who is pretty out of shape, drink some water. So actually I'm using the action that I have left to give her something to drink, because she already used her action, because I gotta seize this opportunity now because there are no monsters right now, because this token is triggered at the end of the round, and the round is not yet over because Reo didn't act yet. Alright, so I'm just going with it. So cross off 1 zip of water skin, back to 8 hit protection. Now the round is over because we both took our action and we decide not to move. So then at the end of the round, this token is triggered. So this token is triggered. Let's see what awaits us. The skeletal cyclops. No, I will re-roll that because it can only appear once, but it's not a quest encounter, so it is re-rolled. 11. The whites. Okay. Woo. So for those of you who didn't watch the first part yet, these are my whites, basically undead female ghosts. They're called Deathlock Whites, common miniatures, I think from the Demon Web set. And they appear out of the fog over here. All right, initiative time. Lynn first, as usual. $19, no. And Reo, 17, no. So we can't act. The whites act. Alright, the whites, they have a special ability. If they deal strength damage, critical damage, doesn't matter if you make the save or not. If they deal strength damage, you also have to make a will save, and if you fail that, you also suffer 1d3 of will damage because of their nerve-wracking, shrieking howl that they unleash. So this is how this works. And we can't act, so they can act. Yeah, so they will actually will approach. I gotta pay attention here from this corner. I will trigger this if I'm here. So alright, so we I think we move backwards, but I can't move the whites. It's their turn, so they move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They will just go through the well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And alright, so if usually it does not make sense to take a double move to base me because they can't attack. However, this is not a tactical tournament. This is a miniature, somewhat RPG hybrid scenario. And those are ghosts that are sensing living flesh. So they just wanna kill, wanna attack. So they just move 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So they take a double move. That was their turn. We couldn't act, and now we can act. And we will gang up on this white. Woo! Yes, 7. So they don't have any armor because they're only wearing robes. They got 5 hit protection and 2, so she's taking 2 points of strength damage, which causes or triggers a critical damage save. And she fails. Woo! So she already goes down, but this white, she is up there and she attacks Lynn. For 2 points, which is not enough to get through Lynn's armor and shield. Whew. Okay, hero's turn. So now I got some wiggle room to move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, I just move down here. So it's our turn. So Reo is taking his move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, I just go there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just go around to not trigger opportunity attack. So she stays put. We both gang up on her. And 5 points. Takes her hit protection away, but no real damage. Woo! Alright, so now I'm deciding 1, 2, 3, Lynn. 4, 5, 6, Reo. Lynn, which is actually better for me because Lynn has higher armor. So she stays focused on Lynn. And 3 points of damage, which is easily blocked by Lynn's shield. Alright, our turn. Gang up. Now I got a good feeling about this. 5. Alright, so hit protection is 5. It's gone. 5 points. So she's got 1 point of strength left. Let's see if she makes it. No. Woo! Alright, so I think that Reo did move, but she still has her move to correction, so I will trigger this encounter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So she moves down here. I think, I lost track a little, but I think Reo moved over here so that they both attacked. So they both took their action. He also took his move, but Lynn didn't move yet. And the Cairn rulebook says it basically, doesn't matter how, in which order it happens all at once, basically. So you can take a move and attack. So she will trigger, I'm going all in now, she will trigger this encounter by looking into this building. Let's see what awaits us. Four. Oh, 2 zombies. Alright, so my zombies. I got these spell-stitched hobgoblin zombies. They're common miniatures, I think from the Death Knell set. And they are shambling about in this dark building. And as Lynn approaches, they smell living flesh and are immediately drawn to it. And now we roll dexterity checks to see if we are able to seize the initiative. Lynn first. Yes, 13 on the spot. Reo. 17. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding. Alright, so Reo, of course, is not able to act, but Lynn, and she lures the creatures back by showing herself and then taking her move to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get back here to form a line with Reo. Alright, the zombies, they only got speed 4 because they're zombies. So they just 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a double move. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that's the zombies. Now both heroes can act. Alright. Gang up or not, the zombies, they're not that tough. They do have... Oh, they do. Yeah, why not? Come. I'm getting cocky now, you see. Nah, never change a running system. We will gang up. So now the heroes can act. So Reo, he will move 1, 2, 3, 4 over here so that we both can attack this zombie here. We're a pretty good team, Lynn and me. 6 and 8. Yeah, alright, so 8 takes off or away all the hit protection, and 3 points of damage are left over, triggering a critical damage save. And a 1. The zombie is alive and kicking. Alright, so now the zombies. Ooh. This one moves up and they both. I let the die decide. 1, 2, 3. It's Lynn. No, Reo this time. They both attack Reo, so 2d6. Highest value counts. They're both adjacent to him. 5 points reduced by 1. That's 4. So Rio's at 3 hit protection. They want to tear his living flesh from his limbs, but he barely manages to keep them at bay. And now our heroes. Alright, I'm confident, no gang up time. Reo will attack the wounded zombie with his elegant rapier. 8 points, yeah, that takes him out. Because they don't have any damage reduction. Alright, so, and Lynn with her elegant elven blade. Yes, 8 points again. So that is complete hit protection plus 3. So critical damage save. And a 1. Alright, so critical hit protection gone and 3 real damage. But he will also let fate decide. 1, 2, 3, Reo. And he will attack Reo again. 2 points, that is 1. That is 2 hit protection left. Okay, so that was pretty weak. So now it's the hero's turn. I will use use Reo first. He will attack alone. Four points, so that would be 7 points of strength damage, but the zombie, yeah, he's got strength 8. So 1 point of strength left and critical damage save. He can make it. He can roll a 1 just like he did. No, he doesn't. So or it doesn't. So that was Rio's action, and now his move. His move, or no, alright, so that was his action. He will not move. Now it is Lynn's turn. She will use her action again to help him drink, to give him something to drink, because I got no monsters here at the moment. So that's the last use of her water skin, but it regenerates his hit protection to 7. That was her action, and now she will move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Move over here to trigger the final encounter. Let's see what awaits us. Six. Oh, the Carrion Crawler. That's a pretty tough encounter, but that's a good finale. Alright, the Carrion Crawler again, or a different Carrion Crawler. So feeding on a corpse here of a poor villager, a Carrion Crawler. Senses the hero's approach and gets ready to attack. Lynn tries to seize the initiative, and she does it. And Reo Of course not. Alright, so she can act. She could advance and attack. But, alright, so she will go 1, 2, 3, and then move diagonally. That's 2, 6, because the wall ends here. This is just the grid line, so I can move diagonally to make room for Reo next round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She will move 5 and attack. But now he's facing this vile creature alone. 5 points. But it's got a hit protection of 2, which means 3 points of hit protection damage. And this creature is tough. And now the monster. And it's got a multi-attack, d8 plus d6. So this is pretty tough. Lucky me. 2-2. So 2 is reduced to 0 by Lynn's armor and shield. Thank God. Alright, so now the heroes can act. Both heroes can act. Reo will take a move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Double move. 2, 3. So Reo will take a double move, which means he cannot attack. His action is another move. But at least he's in position, and Lynn will take her elven blade to the creature. 4, which is reduced by 2, which is 2 points of hit protection damage. Now he's got 5 points of hit protection damage. And the creature's turn. And I will let fate decide. 1, 2, 3, it's Reo. It is Reo. So the creature uses his multi-attack of d8 plus d6 to attack Reo. Oh, 7. Reduced by 1 to 6. Takes Reo down to 1 point of hit protection left. Damn. But now it's the hero's turn and we can gang up on the creature. And we do that. 2d8. Come on. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 1 and 2, and this guy's got a damage reduction of 2. So exactly 0 damage. Damn. Alright. Let fate decide. I hope that now it's Lynn's turn to get bitten. 1, 2, 3, it's Reo. Thank God it's Lynn, because she's tougher and it's got more hit protection left. So d8 plus d6. Yes, 1 and 2. So no damage for Lynn as well. She brings up her shield and bashes the creature, and it shrieks and moves a little bit further away, and now we can gang up on the creature. 4, which is reduced by 2 to 2, so now he's at 7 points of hit protection damage. Still got hit protection left. This is one tough bugger. Alright, so fate again. 1, 2, 3, it's Reo. Of course it's Reo, d8 and d6. Come on. 5 points. Reduced by 1 is 4. So that is 1 point of hit protection and 3 points of real damage, taking him to strength 9 and forcing a save. Come on, Reo. Yes, he makes it. 5. Oh, alright. So Reo, he's bitten, but he grits his teeth. He fights on. Lynn, we gotta take it. Yeah. One more blow. Yes, 8 minus 2. That's 6. So 5, 7 plus 6 is 13. So he's got 10 hit protection, so 3 left over. Strength of, only strength of 9 minus 3. That is 6. So critical damage versus 6. 17. No, oh, thank God. All right. So seriously, with the last remaining last remaining whatever effort or energy, with the last remaining energy, we're hurt, we're wounded. We managed to defeat this vile creature. And as the last creature is dead, the fog almost is completely dissipated. But, however, we don't want to risk it. Let's say we take this treasure with us because it's there, the corpse the carrion crawler was feeding on. He's got a valuable amulet and ring that he doesn't need anymore, so we take it. And but then we decide to call it a day, call it a night. We've basically cleared this village of the dead so it can be repopulated. And in the video game, this would be where the cutscene now appears. So the cutscene is us leaving the village and heading towards Waterdeep to report back to the guard. So now I am rewarding myself with the second experience points, so one more scenario, and we will gain a level. However, we used up all our potions. Lynn used her complete water skin. Reo had 1 zip left, and he is pretty wounded with no hit protection, but this of course now quickly regenerates, but he is wounded, so we need the wounds tended to. And this is it for tonight. Next up on the channel will be another episode again of Star Wars Powered by Knave. So I hope you enjoyed this little delve, and if you did enjoy it and if you like what I'm doing here, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and I would really like to see it grow. And also please leave a comment, and I would like to interact with you. And as always, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a nice evening, and bye bye.